Hello and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully I got the mic sorted out and I do not have to record this with my headset anymore, but we will just see how this turns out. So this is not me playing, this is the second user replay I ever had, and this guy you actually seen one time before on the channel when we did the middle push. It's JellyQ and he's in the mighty Des Moines, and he sent me this replay and told me this is actually a really nice game, and he felt good about it, and I watched it through, and this game actually proves the strengths of the Des Moines. What makes this ship so powerful, and as soon as we get into action you will be able to see that. And if you do have any cool replays for me, I'm looking for very good games or very fun games that turn out in an unusual manner. And if you have one of those or you just want to chat, I have a Discord channel, and there you can meet me and Jelly and the other players I actually play with. We are not that many yet, but I hope that you would like to join us in Discord. I will post the invite link here below. Right now Jelly started to shoot on the turpits. He started up with AP, but now he turned his attention to armor, to high explosive. And as we can see, it's long. It takes so long for the shells to turn out, and that's because of the firing arcs of the Des Moines. And there we have the replay bug. Also, if you don't know how to fix that replay bug that stops the ships from lagging, you can please tell me, and I would be really happy about it. Okay, enemy Kremlin, and that's of course a really dangerous ship to have against you in pretty much every ship. A bit overpowered, to be honest, if you ask me. It only has one weak spot, and that is its complete broadside. And yeah, Jelly almost has a broadside on him, but now he's detected by planes. And you can see the turrets, even though they are laggy. Sorry about that. He did look Jelly's way. Okay, Jelly got behind the island, and now we can actually see the amount of damage that armor piercing actually can give, even to the Kremlin. It's amazing. The Woster there, he won't turn out, unfortunately, because the Wosters are really good targets for the Des Moines. But now we will have an excellent demonstration of Des Moines super heavy American armor piercing. And I mean, the turret isn't a soft target. It's actually pretty well armored for its tier, even though it's only tier 8. But look at that. I mean, over penetrating a battleship. And when the damage numbers right now aren't that high, but you can actually get around 10k per well aimed salvo if he's presenting a perfect broadside. But with the rate of fire, even though you're only making 2 or 3k, the damage adds up really quickly. And there we have it, over 5k damage, 2k. I mean, he's pretty much doubled his damage output since the turrets just pushed around there. Okay. It does look around to see if his team is still with him. It could be dangerous to just sit here and wait, but the turret is of course going away because he has a couple of battleships and another Des Moines here to help him defend himself. That turret is gonna try to punish Jelly back, and that's, to be honest, it's the right choice to do. You should always try to push high damage dealers such as the Des Moines. And I mean, here we got another example, DDs, a bit far away to accurately hit them with a lot of shells, but the Des Moines can actually make short work of pretty much any DD, as we saw there. 2 salvos, and that's pretty much 5k damage, and somewhere in the time span of 10 seconds tops. Okay, enemy Benson. Oh, do you hear those new sounds? I just hate them. Oh, the turret's actually burned until now and he's dead. So that's kill number 2. And look at this. This is the kind of CV player that will get reported pretty much by his entire team. He's in the second ring with an aircraft carrier in a high tier game. I mean, this is tier 10. You really don't have you really don't have any defense against that. I mean, if you do that, you fucked up, and you fucked up big time, and you could actually cost your team the entire game by doing this. Jelly actually is a bit unlucky here, don't getting any citadels, but the midway is also kind of well armored, and the armor deck is pretty good. So unfortunately, no citadels yet. I mean, he has pretty much damage for not having a single citadel, but he hasn't shot at pretty much any cruiser, so that's probably why. But at close range, I have actually myself citadel gross occur first with the Des Moines. I mean, not like every time, but you can actually do it if you hit it on the exactly right spot. And if you do want to know where you should aim on a gross occur first to get his citadel, Aaron actually has a guide for that on his channel, and it actually works pretty okay. But you have to be pretty much dead close, but it could be well to know in a close-up battle. Okay, the first couple of citadels, 2 citadels on that Edinburgh, and he is dead as well. And we are actually approaching 100k damage right now without having taken pretty much anything in return. And this is the Des Moines in a nutshell. As long as you got spotting and something to hide behind, you can do massive amounts of damage. And as we see now, he's actually capturing a ring in the epicenter, and that makes it even better, because right now the team are pretty much neck and neck in the win. Of course, the enemy team has lost the CV, and that's quite a big disadvantage. But everything can still happen. I mean, a jealous team will probably not lose their CV, at least not as it's shown right now, because the CV is pretty far away from pretty much every enemy on the enemy team. Okay, Kremlin pushes up, and I mean, look at this. I mean, the Kremlin has an extra armored bow, but still, look at this. Overpens. That's all he got. Overpens on a Kremlin. I mean, that's pretty much the heaviest of the heavy battleships, to be honest. And he actually gets quite a lot of overpens. And there we have pretty good damage when we get the penetrations here. He starts to angle in, but I mean, that Kremlin is dead. He has a Bismarck on the other side showing perfect broadside to him, and the guns pointing this way. Okay, enemy Worcester. I mean, the Worcester is a really good ship. It got really high DPM, but it does not have the penetration of the Des Moines. So the Des Moines can actually destroy its guns and citadel it from kind of weird angles. So now it's a bit of a trouble here. He has a Worcester there and a Bismarck there, so it's actually kind of scary to pushing out, but of course now he is spotted. And we have the DDs to the right. We don't really know what they are up to. And he's spotted by Hydro from the Worcester probably. Yeah, definitely the Worcester, yeah. Okay, and the Worcester, is he gonna push out full broadside and just potato? Doesn't look like it. Oh, this is dangerous. Look at that Freddy the Grosser. He has Jelly's complete broadside. This is dangerous. But if he can pull it off, I mean, it's definitely worth it to get rid of the Worcester. If he can. Oh, there's torpedoes. Good thing that he moved. I bet that that DD probably expected him to stay there, as Des Moines usually do. Okay, look at that. He's bouncing the Worcester, killing a gun. Not really hard. And look at that weird angle. 4 citadels. And that's kill number 4. I mean, he killed 4 of their team. That's really, really good. And that's pretty much a kill steal or a kill secure, but he actually got the Bismarck as well. And now he has a one-on-one pretty much with the Freddy the Grosse. And this is not an even fight. I mean, the Des Moines has the DPM, but he can't citadel him. Fat Freddy can pretty much citadel him to death in one salvo from pretty much every angle. As we saw there, pretty much health lost, but just one salvo. But at least he's outside of his secondary range, and that's something that you always have to consider when fighting high-tier German ships. They might have a secondary spec on their ship, but they should have a secondary spec ship. And if they have, I mean, from between 10 and 11 kms, they can set fires to you. And I mean, a couple of fires on a cruiser will actually hurt you really, really bad, because you don't have the health pool to sustain that kind of damage. But he's actually doing quite well so far. I mean, I believe that he has quite a chance to win this, because the Vladivostok is pushing there. So I mean, he's actually not straight bow tanking him either. He's actually holding quite a bit of angle towards the Freddy Grosse, but nevertheless he got a high caliber and the FTD died. And to be honest, nothing more will happen this game. So we are gonna jump straight to the post-battle results, and as we can see, Jelly did really, really good this game. 191,000 damage. I mean, that's a good score, even though the Des Moines can dish out even more if you get enough citadels and fires. Jelly only got 5 fires this game, but he'd actually killed 5 ships. He got the Confederate, the Kraken, and he got high caliber, and he actually assisted in 1 cap as well. So that's pretty much fantastic. When we come to the team score, I mean, Jelly did really good, in my opinion. But the Vladivostok actually deserves a shout out here. Cisaros, you must have done something really special to actually get higher scores than Jelly, because he was pretty much non-stop shooting. So really well played by the Vladivostok. And going to the last thing, I mean, as we can see, the fires really did that much damage. It only contributed to 24,000 damage. But if you look at the high explosive versus the armor piercing, the high explosive shells, it was 108 of them. They actually just made 37.7k damage, and he actually fired more armor piercing. And here you can see the devastating results of Des Moines armor piercing. 130,000 damage in 211 shells. So that's really, really nice to see that someone actually is using the Des Moines for what it's supposed to do. Fire armor piercing at every broadside you get. Thank you so much, Jelly, for sending me this, and I know that you have sent me more, and I will continue looking for them. So if you have a replay of your own, upload it to wowsreplays.com. Go into my Discord and send it to me, and if it's good, it might end up on the channel. If you want your game butchered by my really, really bad voiceover, then send it to me. And I want to thank every one of you that is looking on my channel. I get really glad with every bit of view I get. So thank you a lot for that. And I will simply see you in the next one, because there will be more videos. Don't worry. Have a really good day, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.